Hello dear students, the topic we are going to revise today is the passive form. What are the functions of the passive form? We use this form when we are not interested in who or what did the action, but in the result of the action itself. In other words, the most important thing or person becomes the subject of the sentence. Let's see two examples. The passive voice is used frequently. It means that we are interested in the passive voice, not in who used it. The house was built in 1654. We're interested in the house itself, not in who built it. This is the passive form. Sometimes we don't know or don't want to know who or what did the action. In this time, we again use the passive form. For example, I noticed that the window had been left open. By who? We don't know. Every year, thousands of people are killed on our roads. Here again, we don't know who did this action. How to form the passive voice? The passive voice in English is composed of two elements: the appropriate form of the verb to be plus the past participle of the verb of the sentence. Look at the example. In the active form, the sentence is: Melody writes the article. Melody is the subject. Writes is the verb and the article is the object. In the passive form, the object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence, and the subject becomes the object. Be very careful. The tense does not change. In the tense that we have conjugated the verb of the sentence in the active form, it is conjugated the verb to be in the passive form, and then we add the past participle of the verb of the sentence. Here is a chart of all the tenses in the active and in the passive form. My advice is to pay very much attention in the continuous tenses, because a cake is being made is often confusing for students. Why do we put here the preposition by me in brackets? It means once again that we are not interested in who did the action, but just in the action itself. That's why we use the passive voice. If we want, on the other hand, to say who or what performs an action while using the passive voice, we use the preposition by for people. For example, the speech will be given by Professor Lambert. And if we want to mention the ingredients or the materials, we use the preposition with. The soup was made with vegetables. The passive voice is used both with infinitives and gerunds. The infinitive passive voice is used after modal verbs and other verbs followed normally by an infinitive. For example, you have to be tested on your English grammar. She wants to be invited to the party. And with the gerunds are used mostly after prepositions and verbs followed normally by a gerund. As an example, we have, I remember being taught to drive. And the children are excited about being taken to the zoo. Here we have a preposition, as you can see. There are some verbs which have two objects, and as a result, they can make two active sentences and two passive sentences too. Let's take the examples of the verb to give. In the active form, we have this sentence: He gave me the book, or he gave the book to me. You can choose either of the two objects to be the subject of the passive sentence. The first one, I was given the book by him, or the book was given to me by him. Other verbs that have two objects are ask, offer, teach, tell, promise, sell, land, etc. Now it's time for practice. Let's rewrite these sentences in passive voice. John collects money. Money is collected by John. Anna opened the window. The window was opened by Anna. We have done our homework. The homework has been done by us. I will ask a question. A question will be asked by me. Here it is not necessary to mention who will ask a question. He can cut out the picture. The picture can be cut out. Here again we are not interested who can do the action. We do not clean our rooms. Our rooms are not cleaned by us. William will not repair the car. The car will not be repaired by William, but maybe from someone else. Did Sue draw this circle? In the passive is, was this circle drawn by Sue? Thank you very much for your attention.